What's going on, guys? So today I'm just doing a quick overview of a newer Thrunite light. This is the TH01 headlamp. I mentioned in my last flashlight video that I use headlamps way more in the wintertime than I do in the summertime, more specifically for the task of snow removal. Plowing, snow blowing, shoveling, doing it in the driveway, doing it at the end of the road, all that kind of stuff. I like hands-free lighting. All right, I don't have a snowblower that has a headlight. That's a very cool option. You know, maybe if I replace it in the future, I'll consider something like that. But it is definitely necessary to have hands-free lighting when I'm doing work like that. I also use it for random things. You know, when I got this one, went downstairs in the basement, did some stuff in the crawl space, and you know, they're always coming in handy. But more times than not, I can use a regular flashlight for that kind of stuff. But certain things, like I mentioned, it's snow blowing, snow shoveling, I need the hands-free option. So I very much focus on headlamps when winter is here, and winter is here. So this is, again, it's just a quick overview. I haven't used this one a long time. Down the road when spring hits, and I have a lot more use on this one, as well as a couple different lights. I want to do a comparison between them to kind of talk about my experiences with them and stuff. So there'll be a full video on that, like I said, around spring. So this one is actually pretty nice because it has a smaller battery. This one's running on a 18350. So here's a little zoom. Again, you can see 18350. 3.7 volts, and again, 1100 milliamp hour. All right, so let me pop this back in the light. This one's a very simple, straightforward design. All right, just a couple modes, which again, for a headlamp, you don't need a bunch of stuff. In my case, I'm usually just using it on high. All right, you can see there is a charging port on the side, little rubber cap like normal, and then here is your button to turn it on. All right, there is a color indicator, and that is, of course, for your power. So real quick, going over the packaging, all right, as well as what comes with it. All right, there was paperwork with this, but there's an error in that paperwork, so I ended up going to the website and printing the proper information. All right, what's really cool about this one, I've had this with some older models, it actually comes with a separate headpiece, okay? Because this relies on these, you know, rubber straps for the light, which is removable, it's possible that it can tear. All right, so it's nice that Thrunite throws in an extra one in case that happens. You're not SOL, you actually have a spare one to replace it. It's a very, very cool option. All right, of course, charging cable. So that charging port that's on the side there. And we have some spare O-rings as well as a spare pad for that charging port. All right, again, just in case that rips. All right, so here's a quick rundown. All right, first thing for the technical people, all the flashaholics, the LED in this one is an XHP50. All right, you can see turbo mode on high is 1500 lumens. That is incredibly light, especially for a headlamp. All right, high is 450 lumens. Medium is 85. Low is 9. Of course, Firefly is like a half a lumen. And SOS is 450 lumens. All right, of course, you can see those run times that correspond with that. So here's a shot of the business end. Okay, of course, we have a heavily stippled reflector in there. This is a nice little combination of spill and hotspot. The hotspot isn't super concentrated. Indoors, about 10 feet from the wall, I'm getting roughly a 10 to 12 foot spread. There is a distinctive, you know, circle, but you do get enough spill off to the side where it's lighting up the entire room. As far as, you know, the different modes, like a lot of different Thrunites, from the off position, if you push and hold down, you can see we have our Firefly mode, okay, for just super up close or very low light. All right. Once you turn it on, if you push and hold the button down, it'll cycle through low, medium, and high. All right, at any point in time, you can double click, it'll go to turbo. In this case, the battery isn't fully charged. So if I do that again, you'll see it goes to turbo and then cuts back a little bit to high again. All right, so turbo and then it cuts back. And again, that's because of the battery power. And either from the off position or the on position, if you click it 3 times in a row, it goes to the SOS mode. All right, now SOS for me on this light is, you know, it's not a functional mode just because I don't leave my property with this. If you were considering a headlamp for hiking or something, going out and about in the wilderness, yes, that would be obviously something that would be helpful to you. For me, I'd probably prefer a strobe mode instead of SOS, just because, again, if I'm outside in my situation where I live, if a bear rolls up on me or some kind of wildcat or something like that, or even if someone's walking their dog and the dog gets loose, I like the option to use a strobe mode so I can kind of distract that animal and do what I have to do, which in most cases would be getting away. But yeah, I mean, some people like the value or see value in an SOS mode, and I definitely do in some flashlights in some situations, just not specifically in a headlamp or anything. This one is in the warm white. I don't know if you guys can tell that. Let me put it back to that Firefly mode. It's awesome. I really, really love warm white. In fact, my wife loves and prefers warm white over like a cool white or even a neutral white. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys just kind of a quick overview on this light. This is not a review. I did not use this enough to give my opinion on it. I will be giving my opinion on this as well as other headlamps, at least 3 of them, down in spring. Once I have a whole winter of using these different flashlights and stuff, I'll get back and kind of compare them to each other. If you guys happen to already have the TH01, please write in the comment section what you think of yours. But again, I'll tell you more about what I think of mine in springtime. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.